A very good evening, everyone. We are on day 7 of Becoming You with me, Sakshi Rohra, and grateful to each one of you who's been present, whether physically, whether online, or even taken that effort to, go through the recordings and genuinely appreciate each and every one. And this is to really understand that here you were not for any of us, you were here for your own self. And this shows the urge. This shows how dedicated you are to know yourself, to going back to who you are rather than reaching somewhere else or reaching a destiny in your life. So, very warm welcome to each one of you. And today I invite you to do nothing, to be here for nothing. We always invited to go somewhere, to do something, or for some purpose. So, just close our eyes for 2 minutes, for a moment. Gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Once again, take a deep breath in and breathe out. With this, you can gently open your eyes. Today will be more on reflections for yourself. I hope you have the worksheets with you. If not printed, uh, we'll still have a notebook or a diary with us to write. Sharings are optional only if you feel the need to share, but writing for your own self is very important. As we had already discussed, that writing helps us to confirm our thoughts, to validate our thoughts, and we don't seek validation from the external sources. So, yes, from the past 6 days, we've been understanding the different elements with different coaches and different perspectives of each one of us. As we say, that the journey is so beautiful and the concept and the depth of each element is so deep that this was just a drop that you could taste of, you know. So, yes, with this, let's understand the sky has been teaching us, the breeze has always been with us, the flame, the earth, and the water we drink have always been guiding us. It's we who have been busy in our tiny ways, not giving time to even see what is right in front of us. So, let's move ahead. Pause. What are we saying? Pause. 6 to 7 days ago, we began this journey with two questions. Two questions. We wrote those answers. Just take a moment to read those question and answers. If you have it right in front of you, there's no judgment, there's no analysis, nothing. Just read them. For a moment, feel that you're reading a question and answer written by someone else. If the same question and answer is written by someone else, you are not judging them. There is no right, there is no wrong. Just become a little curious. What would have the emotions been behind those words? Were there any hopes? Was there any fears? Simple. Just asking a little bit, just analyzing within us. And if I wrote those questions that day, who was I when I wrote those words? Who was I when I wrote those words? We will complete it at the end. We're just raising this thought, initiating this thought before we proceed. And it's very beautifully said that a journey doesn't change the destination, it changes the traveler. We
Correct.
all
Some
traveled to various places,
correct.
maybe at a shorter distance, maybe foreign, maybe India, whichever place you've gone. It could be a temple. Those places are still the same, nothing has changed. But the way we look at life, the way we look at things, and we always say, travel. It will open you up. Travel. It will change you as a person. It will help you see life differently. So, in this also, this was a journey where the destination is still the same, but there is something that is changing within us. So, from here, we will be walking through nature, who's always been there with us. So, yes, our journey, 6 days of exploration. We understood ourselves so well, or probably we could say that space, the various elements. We paused to understand that space can create awareness, can allow us to create awareness within us. We understood that air is always present. We cannot see it. Can we stop the air? Can we say, I don't want the air, don't come to me? No, it's always there. And so are the thoughts. We don't want the thoughts. Does it happen? Will our thoughts stop coming to us if we say we don't want you? Same way is fire. Always there to transform something within you. Always. You see fire, even if a paper is burnt, it doesn't remain in the same form. Something changes, something transforms from there. When we speak of earth, we grounded, seeing stability, seeing trust in ourselves. What are our emotions? We learned it so beautifully that our emotions, they flow just like water, which is not holding up. It just molds into the shape. You put it in the glass, it becomes in the shape of a glass. You pour it in a bowl, it becomes the shape of a bowl. Don't hold it, let it flow. And with all of these, our relationships are connected. How we are with ourselves, relationship with ourselves will define your relationship with people around you. We always wait for people to change, right? Always look for people to change in our life. Yet the changes only happen when we start seeing with a different eye. Just as like a destination is the same, the person or the traveler changes. So, yes, with this we'll proceed. Nature. Nature never stops teaching us. How many of us believe this? That nature never stops teaching. Anybody? Anybody
Yes,
has? Yes, please.
nature teaches us because I do a lot of gardening. So when I see my plants outgrow the small pots and then I shift them to the bigger pots, I learn that okay, even people also outgrow places sometimes.
Yes.
And then I see my tulsi basil plant giving seeds. I put them back in the pot, and then I feel okay. This is It's like a regeneration, right? So I
Yes.
keep learning always from nature in many other ways. This
Many
is
other
some
ways.
of them.
Absolutely. Anyone else? Any learning that you have got from nature? Yes, Shesha.
So whenever I go to like a mountainous place where there's like a stream or a river kind of trying to flow, right? We see that there are multiple rocks, and that learning is like there are so many obstacles in the form of rocks that come in between, but everywhere they somehow make their way and just kind of try to reach their destination.
Absolutely. See, different eyes, different experiences, and so many more things to learn from each other, right? Have we ever paused? When was the last time did you see the sky? Not to click a picture, not for something, but just to see the sky. And how many of us believe that the sky is blue? What color is it? Blue. That's a normal tendency for each one of us to answer. But is the sky really blue? Right? When was the last time you actually stood near a tree to feel the breeze? And when you actually pause in these moments, when you actually do this, you get so many of your answers. It's just that we are not doing that, right? It is the language of the nature that we are not able to understand or not giving time to listen. This is the most simplest language. Do you think nature is talking in a difficult language like a Spanish or French that we can't understand? Yes, Jane?
Sorry, I was going to add the thing that I always find about nature as well is you see plants growing through cracks in the ground, like in concrete, and that it to me it sort of speaks to the idea of resilience and that even when things look really hard, there's growth and there's change. So you need to appreciate that. And just to add further, I did stop and have a look at the sky tonight because it was beautiful.
Thank you. Yes. So, moving ahead, anybody else wants to share?
Yes, like Jane said, she said it so well that tree plants come out of cracks. Today only I noticed a tree bark. It was going through the wall. I was showing my son, see, this tree really wants to grow. It has gone
Yes.
through the wall. It has gone to the sky. It has risen up. It has shifted towards
Yes.
the building. Very good insight
So
on
it
that. Jane,
waited
I also
space,
think, yeah,
right? It had to grow. There were
yeah, it
obstacles
has.
in their life, even for the tree. There was soil which it cracked open because it had to grow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it crying? No. Is it crying? No. And it's so beautiful to see that. See, nature is one teacher who never stops teaching but never forces you to learn something. It allows you to choose, it allows you to go in your momento to understand, whenever you are ready for it. Answers were always there. Nature's always been there even before us, right? A tree never teaches us to be strong. Does it come to you and tell you, be strong like me, be strong like me? We, in fact, go and tell our children full time. We have lived our life like that. What do you know? Our life has been so tough. Has a tree ever come and said that? It's teaching us patience. A river, he doesn't teach us to be acceptance. Does it teach us acceptance? Whether it's a lake, river, whatever it is, it takes the form, it moves ahead. Whether it's water, whether it's fire, whether it's trees, they're just very welcoming and warm. Just being there, you need to stop there and observe. What is it teaching me? Right? The sky is so vast, it's allowing everybody. It's allowing the plane to fly. It's allowing the birds to fly. It's allowing the sun and moon to glow there. Everything. It could hurt him also, right? It could hurt the sky. How can you take my space? Is anyone screaming? Is anyone yelling? Is anyone in pain? No. So the nature is always there, reminding us to return within us, not to become something new, but to return to who we are, right? With this, we'll slowly move to space. Let's understand space a little more. just before we start doing our worksheets. Do we all have the worksheets? Do we have it?
Ma'am, can you please come back again?
Okay. Nature never stops teaching, right? Are we clear? See, nature, whether it's trees, whether it's the sky, the fire, any element you hold up, they are not forcing us to learn something from them. But they are gentle teachers that if you take a pause and see them, there is so much we can learn from them. Even a butterfly, as Ashu said, okay, today she's talking about she saw some seeds and she saw it growing. Similarly, we see a caterpillar and how if you just see the whole process, how beautifully it comes up. But when we go through the same process, we feel, oh my God, we are being tortured, right? I am just a caterpillar. How are you making me a butterfly? We are not able to see the good, the bright side of everything. Why? Because we are not in acceptance. So, can we just take a pause to see what nature is teaching us? Every element outside is a gentle reminder to return within. Okay, so we'll move to space. Yes, space. That's always there. We only have to notice it. Can anybody go back to what we understood from space? Would anybody like to share what was their takeaway or what has stayed back with them when we speak of space? Anyone?
It was about awareness, noticing. I remember that. Yeah, you had
Yes.
mentioned being
Yes.
aware of what's happening and noticing in your awareness, in your space, what is
Yes.
around you.
Anyone else?
I was also thinking I like the idea of holding your space,
Yes.
just just
Well,
sitting in.
I see the expanse of the cosmic energy.
Okay. Yes, Shesha.
So I remember, like the first step towards taking action is basically awareness, like understanding your emotions, knowing your choices, being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your space, knowing what your soul is craving, and then slowly and steadily taking action to kind of change it and transform it.
Absolutely. Now, when we say the space is full of cloud, the sky is full of clouds, right? They are of various shapes. They come, they go. Same way, we as humans, there are some days that are full of joy. And there are some days which are filled with sadness, some with excitement, some with fear, some with peace, some with loss, right? Thoughts keep coming, keep going, just like the clouds pass by the sky. Allowing them to pass by, to be a witness of things that are happening in our life and not resist them, to stay back or to push them away from our life. Correct? This is what space is teaching us. With this, I would like you to open your sheet of space. If you do not have, I'll read out the questions to you. Space is vast, quiet, and limitless. It holds everything without judgment. It reminds us that within us too, there is space. As of now, in today's moment, I want you to write down what does space reflect in me? Shisha, you want to say something? Okay. I want you to take a few minutes to write down, as of today, what does space reflect in me? Again, there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer, there is no judgment. It is a complete choice of you to share, but be very honest to yourself.
Ma'am,
Yes.
as I told you, the cosmic energy, I see the
Yes. Yes, you can
cosmic
write.
dance of Lord Nataraja
Hmm.
encompassing the whole universe.
Yes.
Can you
Absolutely.
visualize that?
Yes. Maybe. But what
That
does
is,
it reflect in you when you see that? If
it
you have to
reflects so
see,
many things, but we cannot be really
absolutely. So when you see the cosmic dancing, um, how does it make you feel if you have to see yourself in the mirror?
very happy,
Very happy,
delightful,
delightful.
filled
Absolutely.
with enjoyment. Okay.
Yes. Now, when you reach here, are we written? Have we written the answer? Can we move ahead? Anybody wants to share the answer? Anybody else?
I put that in the quiet time of the morning. I think it's a time when I'm just waking up and like my awareness to um I guess to the environment, to the cold of the morning, the quiet of the house, uh, just the things that may be quietly starting to move around the house, my family, I think it's a great time to feel like I can hold, as I said, talked before, saying hold my space, but also I guess mentally prepare and think about the day ahead and but do it in a calming way. So I guess that's the time when I feel most spacious, if as your question asked, was rather than feeling crowded, I just feel it's a wonderful time, space of time of the day.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, anyone else? Okay, so we move to the next question. When you feel this, is there anything that space is inviting you to let go of? You've seen the space, you've realized what it makes you feel. So, is it something that it is inviting you to let go of?
Try
Yes,
to keep
Mr. Kumar.
oneself always happy.
Sorry.
Try to maintain the emotions of happiness.
Okay.
Always happy. Not be bored away or boggled away by any sadness or miseries that one may encounter.
So, to let go of the sadness that is hiding your happiness,
Maybe.
just not letting your happiness come up.
I have experienced this. Okay. That's the reason I'm telling you.
Yes. Yes.
I've
Okay.
experienced this
Thank you.
over a period of 2.5 decades.
Okay. Nice. Anyone ready with the answer would like to share? Again, not a compulsion, but be very honest to yourself. If you are not able to understand, please free to ask again.
I think I could think of expectations from others. Maybe.
Okay. Yes, Jane.
I was actually going to say something very similar
Oh,
to actually
okay.
expectations of outcomes,
Okay.
and assumptions and they're not necessarily other people's assumptions, but
Hmm.
my own assumptions that I make about those expectations.
Okay. Yes, Shisha.
Yeah, pretty much similar. Like expectations, judgment, fears, anxiety, more like when you're a new mother, like there's like so many judgments around you. You're doing this right, you're a good mom, bad mom, all of that, right? So I have to clearly create that boundary for myself and hence that safe space for myself. to not let those judgments and expectations enter that border.
Absolutely. Now, with this, when you have come to this a little bit of clarity, the next question is, what space do I want to create for myself? Right? What is the space I need to create for myself? Anyone?
Pretty much a continuation of that, of
Yes.
creating a bubble of safety, happiness, positivity.
Yes. So when you're writing this, I would want you to keep these sheets with you as a journal, as a remembrance that this is what you've analyzed, and it should be a reminder to you to go back, which will get you back on those thoughts again. Yes, Ashu?
Yeah, a space of nurturing around me, like more of nurturing, and you know, I believe in there should be more of growth and more of enhancement in whatever I do around me. I would like nurturing.
Okay, that is the space you want to create for yourself. Awesome. Again, you're creating a nurturing space around yourself for you because that gives you happiness to create that space, right?
Yes, right.
So make it, so when you're writing it, try to make it more precisely that this is for me. Whatever you're writing,
Yeah,
you love that environment of nourishment around you,
yes,
that each one of them should be given, like plants should be watered, but you love watering plants. That should be the intention. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I think I put a space that supports my ongoing growth and I guess it's nurturing as well and nourishing actually. I think I really like that word. It's nourishment for um, my my thinking and my being, I guess my whole being, my soul, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
But that it's supportive and feeds my creativity as well. Since I write every day, just that sort of uh, supportive space.
Okay, nice. Anyone else? Okay, so let's proceed. I think we are clear to space, correct? We are individually going through the elements to see how we can combine them, correct? We move to air. When you feel the breeze, pause. Notice your thoughts like the wind, they come and they go. Giving you a very simple example, how many times we are in a good mood or doing, you're busy in your schedule, and there is someone who comes and speaks harshly to you. What is your instant reaction? You get upset, right? Maybe a simple word of something you didn't like, the way a person spoke to you, you start reacting differently. Imagine that is a breeze, that is the air which came in a full motion. Can you stop it? Right? But how long do we hold that? That breeze is gone, that wind is gone, the effect is gone, but what we hold on, right? This is the air. From now on, there is a very small, a fraction of a second. There is a space in between that, between your reaction and between the incident that can change something beautiful in your life. Do you agree that? There is a very small fraction of second which allows you, gives you a choice to respond or react. Can anyone relate to this?
Uh,
Can
hello.
you simply, yes, yes, Kumar, sir.
Oh, 1 second. Hello. See, I will not say change my life, but I will
Hmm.
say I got the experience.
Absolutely.
See, the experience is when a breeze blows against your face, or not even blows, smears, touches your face. I always feel the touch of a newly born child, their feet and their hands when it touches you. Okay. That is the kind of feeling I always breathe. However, if it is a wind or a ghastly wind, you know very well, it is very harmful. So we may not think anything at all, except to cover our face from that wind, right? Yeah. But doesn't give me any major change that I should encounter or I should make in my life.
Hmm.
अभी तक तो नहीं है.
No, it is like when someone is telling us something or when some situation is very hard in our life, you know. And that's why we've taken the smallest example of someone speaking very harshly to us, you know. Life throws big storms. We are not talking only about those storms. We have to start from those penny things in our life. It's how we respond to it, how we are reacting to those things.
Honestly, one would be hurt. But
Yes.
like the yesterday's to forgive is divine, we may have to pass on our life forgiving him and
And
just
when will
carry
you do
on with
that?
our.
When will you do that? When you're aware of it, right?
I
When
all
you're
when you are aware of correct.
when you're aware of it, that yes, it has hurt me. No, but if I react, it's going to harm me more. Right now, it's only a hurt. So many times, one word spoken by the other person, you will be speaking 10 words. And those words can never be taken back. And if that one word is hurting you, imagine your 10 words will stay with them forever.
I want to sorry, I'm interfering. Since the words cannot be taken back. Although
Yes, yes,
this
sir.
has been told, whether you have heard him or not, one of the greatest poets of Tamil literature, Thiruvalluvar. Okay. They are couplets, 2 lines with 3 words in the second line. He has said, shall I continue?
Yes, yes, sir.
He has said, தீயினால் சுட்டவும் உள்ளாரும் ஆறாது நாவினால் சுட்டபடு, which translates to even a burn, a bruise caused by a fire will heal, but
Hmm,
not the harsh words that come out of your tongue.
exactly. And
This
it
was
is so
told
true.
3,000 years back.
Yes. And it is so true. Each one of us can relate to this because sometimes at one point of time in your life, you have surely gone through something like this where someone has spoken harsh to you and it has stayed back with you. Yes, Shesha.
I have two questions. One is, how do you deal with it staying back? Because, like, for example, for me, I have a very visual memory. So sometimes I remember the words, but most times I remember the entire visual when what situation, what was said to me. So one, how do you let go of? And second, uh like at least for me, the person I am, depending on who the opposite person is, either I will give it back in 10 words, but still being very diplomatic, or I will completely stay silent. So it's more like two extremes. So
Two
how do
extremes.
you come in between?
So now this is a reaction for others, but at the same time, we are choosing what we want to be within ourselves. When you're choosing silence, that extreme side of silence, when you don't want to respond, is it giving you peace? Okay. I choose not to talk because if I will communicate anything, it will make the matter worse. This is the reason I'm choosing silence, right? So, this is one of your lesson that you have learned, and that is why you're taking that step, right? Letting go of is not something that will happen overnight, and letting go is something like I choose to let go of this instant. Okay, I have made up my mind. You will never forget it, but it may take 1% of a change every day. So you know it very well that I have let go of that thing or I'm making an effort of this thing to let go. If you're sharing it with somebody, or if it is a particular way you're behaving with a person, the other person may feel that you are still the same. But you know yourself that you have worked upon letting go and it is in the process. So, our self journeys are sometimes not explanatory, are not something to be justified to anyone, but a small, gentle step moving towards our intention. My intention is to let go, and I am working towards it. It may take 1,000 days, it may take 10,000 days, depending on the pain that incident has given us, right? It's not going to vanish in day one. But my work, my movement is towards letting go. Correct? Have I answered you both the questions? Okay. So again, understanding the same thing, because of reacting and responding, we get a choice to break our habits and do something out of our choice. Yes, Ashu?
Regarding this, it just struck me that sometimes people just say things and they forget about it, but we are yet with those
Holding
things.
on to them.
When at one point of time you ask them, they don't even have that memory that they had
Yeah,
said it.
yeah.
We carry it for so long,
We
but the
carry it,
person still and
right?
forgot about it.
So that's why I say this is a very personal journey. It is not about others, it is about us. Like many times I've shared this example. I had a friend who stays in US. We were in college, we were best of friends. I was from the family which didn't allow, okay, ladko se nahi baat karna hai, don't talk to boys, don't do this. So 2 years passed by. I was in SIS college as Kumarji was. And then one fine day I was in the organizing committee. So I had made new friends by then. So this friend thought that I had to, I was becoming friends with the other people. So she distanced away slowly, slowly, without letting me know that it made her feel like that. And for me, she was still my best friend, always. She didn't tell me for years. And after 15 years, she just called me up to say, I'm sorry, Sakshi, but I felt like that, hence I distanced from you. I didn't even know for 16 years. But you imagine the pain she might have carried for losing me when I was always there for her. This is still a very simple, like a loving example, I would say. But there are harsh things which we carry forward so drastically. And that weight doesn't allow you to move ahead in life. We are weighing ourselves, pulling ourselves so down. Yes, sir.
Now, do you mean to say, with this example of your friend,
Hmm.
that she should not have carried on her pain for not meeting you for 15 years?
Hmm.
That's what you mean to say.
So I mean to say she could have spoken to me in college only, na? Is there something that, coming between a friend, or
So
you're
there was
making
some
new friends
misunderstanding
with?
between you and her. Acha, okay,
Ah,
probably.
she
Okay,
thought that I have become friends with them and I want to be with them. So she started
okay, okay.
distancing from there. Yeah.
It is her mistake only. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Jean.
I was also thinking about, when we talk about air and I'm thinking of like stormy conditions. This is kind of going back to what Shisha was saying, is
Hmm.
that sometimes you might have a conversation with someone that doesn't go the right way.
Absolutely.
They say something that's really hurtful, and you choose not to respond, which is or to, but you carry that hurt. But I guess at some point it's like, don't go and stand out in the storm and expect it not to rain on you or to
Exactly.
blow you over. There is a point where you learn also from that, and it might be still the pause that you're saying, well, this person is inclined to be say these things. And now I can either speak up and say what you're saying actually causes me pain, or you can say, look, this is not working for me. Like, or you can just not say it and choose not to engage with a person who doesn't think about who doesn't take their own space and think about things that and the way they say things that could be quite hurtful. So I guess that. that's kind of where I'm at with the idea of air. Like you're the sky, not every passing cloud, but you don't have to stand under every passing
Yes,
cloud
yes.
and expect not to get struck by lightning occasionally
Yeah. Yeah.
or picked up in the
Thank you for
tornado
sharing.
offshore.
Yes, absolutely. So with this, let us open our worksheet. And when we speak of air, air is movement, flow, and freedom. It carries life with every breath. It teaches us to release, to trust, and to move with life, not against it. A beautiful line, not against it. What does air reflect in me today? After what I have understood, what in me does air reflect? Anyone ready to share? Yes, Shisha?
Most times, like we're always in a fight or flight situation, right? We're trying to survive each and every thing that's coming our way. So, like I feel that most times I'm restless, but there are times when I consciously push myself to pause, and the way we discuss, right? Just take that small little moment, to smile, to be happy, to be in nature, etc. So,
Okay. Yes, anyone else? Yes, Mr.
It's the
Kumar?
same question or a different question?
Same question.
Leave it.
I think I also I'm actually an air sign, so I'm Libran, and I'm always looking for the balance in my life. So I think the breeze, the air blows me around occasionally, and I'm trying to find how to balance myself out in that situation. But I also think I find at different times I love the calm of a, the quiet air. Like, again, I'm going back to that morning time and just the stillness of the air. But there are certainly times when I like the wind in my hair and to be um, pushed along with that air to to feel the excitement of it and the movement and that there's I love the picture with you've got here with the leaves flying through the air. Like there's we can't move forward without letting our thoughts, even if we let them go, that they do come and they do go, and that's an important part of it as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we move to our next question. What am I ready to release when I think of air? What am I ready to let go? Thinking in terms of air, what no longer serves me, what is weighing me down? Anyone ready to answer? Yes, Jean?
Um, I liked your thing about the space between the action and the reaction. I think I'm ready to let go of the reaction and give myself more space to
That's amazing. Yes. Great.
karma.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, and our next question comes up to what fresh energy do I want to invite in me? What fresh energy do I want to invite in me? What do I want more of in my life?
What you say is are individual questions.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh. So I didn't write anything. So
No, I have shared the PDF of worksheets in the group. Hence, I said if people do not have the printouts, I am reading out the questions for them.
okay.
Yes. Anybody wants to share? What is it that they want to invite?
But ma'am, if it is going to say individual question, how can
Hmm.
others answer?
No, it is for them, na? What they feel. What is it that you want to invite in your life?
No.
What
If it is
energy? What
no, if it is
energy?
my question, then I
Hmm.
will answer. Correct? How
Yes,
can
yes, sir.
Jane or anybody else can answer?
No, the question is same for everyone. The
Acha, acha.
answer is different for everyone.
Okay. What is okay? You come back with the questions. Huh? Sorry.
Yes. So you will understand from the next element that we'll do. Okay. So we'll move to the next element. Is anybody stuck somewhere? Kindly let me know. Just like the clouds we just spoke about, you are the sky and not every passing cloud. Air reminds us that we are the sky and not the passing clouds. Does that bring a change in our thought process? Right? Some message? Okay. We're coming to the next element, the fire. When we look at the
Sakshi,
fire, yes,
one,
Ash.
I put on chat that I want to people worry and invite positive thoughts and words in my life.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's so amazing to hear that. Thank you for sharing. I think I missed out seeing that. Yes, coming to the next element, fire. When you light a flame, ask yourself, what within me is ready to transform? Transformation begins with one conscious choice. When we hear of the word fire, there are so many different forms that come in our mind. It could be a candle, a diya, a sunrise, a forest fire, a kitchen fire, the flame, the warmth, the danger, the celebration, the loss. How many words can come in our mind? Some are experiential, some are happy, some are depressing, yet it's the same fire. Does it changes its quality, whatever the impact is? We all see it differently, right? We also know that a simple thing, if you're feeling angry, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it in fire, right? And we say it lightens us. The pain reduces. Have you heard about it? When we put gold in fire, does the gold burn or the impurities burn?
Impurities.
The impurities burn. So there are times in life when we face challenges and we say to ourselves, why me? Why these challenges are coming to me? How many of us say this?
Correct.
Have we ever stopped and asked ourselves, what is this changing in me? Right? Most of the times, any challenges or any situations that come in our life, when you sit back after years and reflect about it, it is then that you feel that this situation came in my life and made me strong? Has there been any situation that has made you weak till date? Any challenge that has made you weak? Maybe for the moment, yes, absolutely. But in the long run, do we ever say that? They also say that we ourselves don't know our capacity, you know, we don't know how much we are capable of. So, how do we come to know when we are thrown in that fire, when we are thrown in those challenges, is when we rise and we come out. Would you have ever wanted to choose illness? Would you have ever wanted to choose heartbreak? Would you have ever wanted to choose loss or failure? Never. But until those things don't come in your life, you don't become gold. They are burning you. Yes, Jane?
I in terms of what you're saying, I absolutely agree. I now look at that sort of challenge as a moment in time that will pass. That it will certainly it will leave a mark, but it will pass. Whatever way it goes, a challenge will pass, and that in that moment, the only thing you can do is to go with it, to I guess to go with the flow, to ride the wave or whatever you want to call it. Step into the fire, and know that uh, it will end.
Yeah. So nobody wants to choose to go into fire until they are thrown into it, right? Life throws you in such situations. Now, if we accept it the way it comes, there can be ways where, okay, this has come, I have to face it, and I will face it with courage. Or I will keep crying, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And I still have to face it. Do I have any escape to it? I do not have an escape. Okay, let's take a very small experience in your life. I'm not talking about a biggest challenging. It could be a very small experience that changed you. Just think of a experience that changed you and now ask yourself, what did it burn away? What did that experience quietly burn away within you? Was it an expectation from somebody? Was it pride? Was it ego? Was it fear? Anything?
Can, can I talk?
Yes, yes, sir.
See, what you have been telling now, we have to be a fatalist. Okay. We are destined to some karmic actions. We
Hmm.
cannot avoid that. And when you believe in this destiny and karmic actions, you will accept it boldly and move ahead. In other words, time is the only healing factor for all crises and sorrows.
Absolutely.
Okay. I have, I don't want to bring all those things here, but I have encountered such miseries in my life for the last 2.5 decades. I brought up my child, a motherless child, from she was 2.5 years, 3 years, and along with a mentally retarded brother
Mhm.
to look after.
Mhm.
Forget it. So this I could do it only because of my spiritual
Awareness
actions
or
daily, spiritual awareness. And as you said, there's a lighting the lamp. When you light the lamp in the evening, in the morning, twice in a day, the entire room becomes uh, divine. I should tell you.
so that is a ray,
I
that
am,
is the ray of hope in your life,
yeah.
right? When you're lighting the
Spiritually,
diya,
I'm
there is
getting
hope.
elevated. Okay. The Nitya Karma, which I always tell everybody, and you also probably daily, I'm mentioning about it, has given the real Shakti, the Gayatri Mantra. That is the crux of a Nitya Karma. Gayatri Mantra, the more you chant, the more energetic you become, the more strength you get. Okay. It is a three-line mantra, but the power it has, nobody will understand unless they experience.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. With this, let us open our worksheet or let us write the question. Understanding the element of fire today. What does fire reflect in me today? What does fire reflect in me today? What is my inner fire? What lights me up? What is my inner fire? Again, there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. It is your answer. Anyone wanting to share? We may go a little longer today. Maybe by 5:30 we can wind up if all are okay. Anyone to answer the question, what is my inner fire?
I was about to tell you, I think today it will hit 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll try to finish it, but yeah. Okay,
I
Jane.
I would say I think fire. I guess you talk about. Uh, I I think about fear and discomfort that I and that fire has given me the capacity to understand and know my own personal strength. To not shy away from discomfort, to put myself out there. So in whatever capacity, whatever I'm doing, to be willing to step into a situation with clarity and the knowledge that I am strong enough to do what I need to do at
So
the
if I
time when
have
I need to.
to, so if we have to say it in a better words, fire is giving you the courage to express what you feel, even if it is fear or even if it is hurt, and it is giving you the courage to fight it because you are now aware of it, right?
Yep.
Would we say it that way?
Yep, that's a nice way of saying it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, anyone else? Okay, so we move to the next question. What am I ready to transform or release? What am I ready to burn and let go of? When I think of the element fire, what am I ready to burn and let go of? Anyone? Okay, we move to the next question. How can I use my fire in a mindful and positive way? How can I use my fire in a mindful and positive way? Or how can I channel my energy with clarity and purpose? Anyone would want to answer? Jane, would you like to say?
Um, yeah, I was thinking about to how can I use my fire in a mindful? I think to be supportive of those I love and care about, and the things that I love and care about, to use my voice
Yes.
in
Oh,
a positive way,
positive way.
not to
Yes.
be reactive, but to be assertive, but not reactive.
So to raise your voice in an authentic way, in a
Yeah.
positive way, I choose this fire of mine. I honor it and I choose to rise with courage, clarity, and light. Right? Does this
Yes.
make sense?
Yes.
So fire reminds us of transformation, of what needs to burn and go away. It could be the pride, it could be the ego of doing things what we have been doing, because these elements remind us we are not what we think, right? We are much more than that. Okay, so with this, we move to the next slide. Earth. Earth, when you touch your feet to the ground, you pause. It helps you to return to your stability and your health. Stability is not outside, it begins within. When we spoke of earth, we understood so many beautiful things from Ashu. Understanding that grounding. Just a moment, I think we've received a message. Okay, so understanding the concept of earth, that it is always holding us, it is always allowing us to be uh, stable in our thoughts. If we are always moving, or if we have to take a decision, if we are saying yes, no, okay, one day you're saying something, the second day you're shifting from your thoughts and saying something else. But when you are connected to earth, it helps you to remain grounded, it helps you to stay in stability. It is a pure example of a tree that how much ever it is grown above the earth, that much roots are below, right? It takes away your pride, it takes away your ego that you are giving the shade because there is someone who is holding you beneath to do that. How many times in life we forget that there are so many parameters, so many people in our life who have supported us, have been our strength, who've been our everything to reach where we are here today. And in that, we also have those people who have misunderstood us, who challenged us, who did not believe in us, that made us more strong to move towards things which were meant for us. So, earth is that grounding element that will help you stay intact, that will help you connect to you again every time you lose balance. The other day, we gave a very profound example of a kite. If we are flying a kite, it may go anywhere, but it's still there, grounded. We can pull it back. But if you leave the thread, it will get lost, right? Can you get that kite back ever? So, with this, let us do the worksheet. Understanding the element of earth. What is it? What does earth reflect in me today? If I have to see myself and understanding the element, where do I need more stability? In which area of my life do I need more stability? What supports me? Where do I need more stability? What supports me? Anybody? Anyone wants to ask a question if they are not able to understand for themselves?
Can you repeat the first question, Sakshi?
What does Earth reflect in me? Which also means that where do I need more stability in my life and what supports me? Anybody?
Now,
Yes, Mr.
what
Kumar?
do you mean to say that if a rolling stone gathers no moss, correct? So
Right.
if a person wants to, I mean, he's keep on changing his jobs.
Hmm.
Okay, so do you mean to say that this is the thing he has to, I mean,
Yeah,
follow?
absolutely. Absolutely. That I need to find something stable in my life to work, right? I am jumping from here and there and not able to decide, right? That is the area of stability that I'm looking in my life.
Correct,
Now,
exactly.
there could also be that after finding this stability, a person has understood that I cannot stay in one job, right? I am better when I am doing hop, skip, and jump. So, for each one of us, the experience is different and the meaning of stability is different.
No, stability should not shift, no, in that case.
No,
Once
but
he achieves stability,
see, if something like, for example, how Shesha mentioned that she chooses an extreme at times to remain silent.
hmm,
Okay, but in your life, you have learned that if I will remain silent, people will only attack me, right?
correct,
I need to raise my voice. That
correct,
is your personal experience in your journey.
correct.
That validates your journey. But for Shesha, she is still in her younger generation and she feels that I choose not to speak because that gives me more peace.
Hmm,
I don't want to put up those words that will harm others because I know how those words have harmed me in my life.
correct, yeah,
So for each one of us, the journey is
correct,
different.
correct. So he or she attains stability on that, correct?
Yeah,
Keeping quiet,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Even I choose to keep myself a little away from drama because that gives me peace,
Correct,
you know. But there are times when there is a need to raise the voice. So we should not hesitate also. So
correct.
it becomes situational.
So in this discussion, comparing between a comparison, a apple to apple comparison, it is not. I don't think it is an apple to apple comparison. Correct?
No, this is not a comparison.
Yeah. No, no. Here, earth and ourselves. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
stability. That when your feet touch the ground, you return to stability. That is, earth is stabilizing you. Doesn't mean that literally it will give you stability in your life.
No. See, the stability when
How
we are
do you
talking of
connect?
a
Let me ask
job,
it very
Mr.
simply. How
Kumar,
do you connect
when we are,
stability and individual stability?
hmm, hmm. So when we are talking of a job, it is an external factor outside
Correct.
you,
Ah,
correct? When we are talking of stability, we are talking of within us. Are we stable in our emotions or are we getting fluctuated? Today when we talk about how very well Devna said that in today's life, if we are seeing 10 reels in 10 minutes, one reel is boosting our happiness, the happy emotions. The second moment we are crying because there is a very sad reel going on. The
correct.
third one is a fight going on and you get angry. Why is this war going on? So
Correct.
are we able to, whatever comes in our life, are we still being able to be stable? Or are we just moving ahead? No. Whatever comes in is just drawing us there. Is it pulling our energy every time? Whatever comes in has the power to take away from you who
So,
you are?
in other words, one does not dance to the whims and fancies of the
Exactly.
emotions. Correct?
Yes. That's how stability is there. That's how you will get clarity in whatever you want to decide.
Yes, correct.
You
So,
will be
this
able to
state
take
of
better
mind,
decisions.
this state
Yes.
of mind is
Yes, it's
called,
a state of mind.
is called Sthitaprajnan Bhutta. This gentleman or lady who has reaches this point,
Hmm.
come as in where condition, accept everything in as in where condition, you are able to do it. It's very difficult. It's able to do
Yes.
it. It is called, they are called Sthitaprajnas. That means what you call in English, uh, uh, above everything, you can say.
Yes. So, yes, we are not talking today to reach there, but we are taking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
exactly.
step
I know.
probably.
I know,
No,
I
no.
know.
So, we are just taking one step towards that.
Yeah,
We don't know how long it will take for us to take the second step. That's okay, perfectly fine. At least take the
very
first
true.
step.
Very true. Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So,
Yeah,
with
when
this,
one
yeah.
thing I want to add here,
Hmm.
see, when during this week, when I noticed that people around me are anxious, people around me want to share, I attract their energy. But consciously, what I did was I touched the feet to the ground and I said, I am grounded.
Hmm.
So I was more calmer to give them better advice, to talk to them at their level, because
Yeah.
I knew the problem is belong. They are already in a troubled situation, and if I am also getting into that mode, I'm not grounding or getting
Yeah.
connected with the earth, then I'm adding to it rather than
Yes.
helping them calm down and solve.
And a
Rather,
simple,
if I was telling them all week, please sit down, it's
yeah.
okay, whatever
Yeah.
is happening, I would put my feet on the ground, and
Yeah.
that helped me to get that feeling, okay, I am connected and I'm fine, the person is in trouble.
Hmm.
Sometimes we attract their trouble, and when someone approaches us, we are so clear in our heart that we also want to be be part of the solution, which we can't always solve
Yeah.
for them, but at least if we give a patient ear listening to them, that helps the person, at least that I have shared and healed
Yeah.
myself today.
And a conscious, with conscious awareness, when you sit on the ground, when you are connecting to Mother Earth, one conscious thought that I am releasing everything that is not needed, you know. And Mother Earth is there to take, na. Mother Earth is taking so much of an weight of so many of us. We feel हम लोग चल रहे हैं, but you imagine the weight that Earth is carrying, you know. And just by a small intention that I'm releasing everything that is not mine and that is not needed by me, imagine it will just vanish with, regular intentions. Yes, and next question comes, what am I ready to build and nurture? What am I committing to with consistency and care? What do you want to commit to today?
In you're talking to the reference of one element or all the
Yes,
elements?
Mother Earth, Earth.
I'm already committed to planting more trees and doing much more nourishment around me, and
Yes,
getting, I'm already promoting in this PosiFest, people who are not feeling well have more fruits. Nature is giving you so much of benefit. Just take fresh herbs in, take fresh foods. So I think that is what I
yes,
will further promote and
yes,
say that this is how I will mean, the
absolutely.
best from the nature you should take
Yeah,
and improve your lives, get better in becoming yourself, because
yeah,
your true nature also reflects through the clear thinking, and everything also comes through eating in minimalistic and natural
yes,
things. More fruits, vegetables in
yes.
abundance will add to it, I feel.
Thank you so much, Ashu. Thank you. Yes,
I love
anyone?
that, Ashley. That's a lovely
That,
thought.
yes. And again,
Thank
as
you,
we
Jane.
already discussed, Ashu and me discussed, how can I stay grounded and present each day? Again, it's each one having their own ways of staying grounded. One of which we discussed was sitting with Mother Earth and saying, I'm releasing all that is not needed, all that is not helping me grow, and I let it go. Anyone else and has any other thoughts to share?
Yes, I do
Yes.
such thing. I was thinking also about being able to, with Mother Earth, to stay grounded, to stay rooted in my own knowledge that I am enough and I do enough and I be enough. and to let go of all those negative thoughts of not being enough and not doing enough and not helping enough and not trying enough, to the point of being running ragged. But I also, in saying that, it's like, I guess it's like imagining, I know it's a tree. I know I'm talking about something different, but being able to bend at times when I need to, which is, it might be, I'm not saying that I'm not rigid in my thoughts and rigid in the way of doing things in terms of saying, no, I do this and I don't do that. It's being able to bend to the needs of others at times, but still staying firm in my own belief systems and what's important to me, and knowing in myself that I am enough. I guess it's that thing of being able to say at times I can say no and be willing to just feel okay about saying no.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jane, for sharing. With this, we'll proceed to water. When you see water, pause. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to flow. Emotions are not weakness, they are your inner wisdom. Flow with honesty, flow with love, flow with yourself. The element of water. Beautiful element. The understanding of it is also, uh, you can connect to it faster, because you're having water every day, you're having a glass of water, bottle of water, everybody's carrying with them, right? Wherever we go, you sit next to your table, also, you're keeping a glass of water to drink. Wherever you go, you're served a glass of water. What is water? When we see a river, when we see a lake, is it the beauty that we admire? Or is it the calmness? What does it give us? Calmness, right? Sitting riverside. These are the beautiful qualities of water. And if only by seeing it, we can feel that, by having it or by using it, imagine the kind of impact that it can give you, taken in a right way. As we say, even if a bottle has a muddy water and if you keep shaking it, will the mud ever settle? Right? We need to keep the bottle, settle it so that the mud settles and the water becomes clearer above. Our mind is also like that water. If we keep shuffling our head, we will never be able to get those answers. We have to become calm, we have to become settled to get a little more of clarity in ourselves. So, understanding the concept of water, the element water, how do I emotionally feel today? What is flowing within me? If I have to ask you today, what does water reflect in me today? Elaborating that question, how do I feel emotionally? And what is flowing within me?
Can I tell it may look weird?
Hmm.
Since we are in water, I just want to say that may not be really correct. See, I renovated my house. I renovated the entire bathrooms, okay, washrooms, fitted with latest gadgets and other things, jogar. The first day when I took the hand shower and took a bath, you won't believe, I'm telling you, you will laugh. The water that was coming out from the hand shower, when it
Hmm.
touches my face, first face and other thing, same experience that I experienced that when a newly born child touches with
Hmm.
his legs and hands on my face or body. And I sent this to all my friends. They are laughing. I really do not understand, Kumar, how a poetic mind compares things. Something like that they wrote to me. Just on the writer side, I just want to tell, because water is there, I want to tell you that. That was a thing I experienced on the first day. Yeah. It was so soft, really is as soft as a lamb, they say. Atma soft.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we say, water just takes the shape or just makes its way out, whether there are blocks, whether there is a obstacle, whether there are rocks, whether there is mud, there is stone, it makes its way out. It doesn't cry ki somebody has blocked my way. Similarly, it beautifully explains us that whatever roles we have in life, whether we are a parent, whether we are a student, whether we are a father, a son, a child, irrespective of any role, there is something beyond that which we can always connect to, and this is where we are becoming ourselves, so it will always help you to reach there. A beautiful lesson that water always teaches us. So, yes, anyone to the question that we raised? What is flowing within me?
I
Yes,
put on the
Ashley.
chat. I
Okay.
put on the chat. I'll just read it. It's like
Yes.
positive.
Just a moment.
I feel calm, I've written, and positive energy is flowing, I feel.
I cannot offer you all, sorry.
No problem. Thank you, Ashu, for sharing. Okay. What am I
I
ready?
can I
Yes, Jane.
say it's a bit of a story, but I do I write for, do creative writing, and I write collaboratively with a friend. And yesterday, we normally meet on a Saturday, and she sent me a text saying, having a bit of a hard day. I really don't feel up, I feel like I need some time out. Can we reconvene? And I was like, yeah, of course. When do you want to, whatever suits you, just let me know. And we and I got this lovely response of, I love that I work with you because you're able to make allowances for the things that are going on in my life. She has two young teenage daughters, and she's busy, and I guess I felt it I felt joyful about being able to yeah, I felt joy that it's that easy to just be able to go with the flow. Like, just you don't have to be rigid and fixed into, no, if we don't do it on Saturday at 1 o'clock, it's not going to happen. That there is flexibility and yes, flow. And the outcome today was that we worked today, and we got our work done, and we posted what we wanted to our website, and we were both really ecstatic over the outcome that we had. And I think because we both we we worked to flow about how we're going to navigate complex lives and living in different time zones and different places. So I guess that's the water element in me. It's that I feel like I have the ability to move with the flow of what's going on in life.
Yes,
It's a
absolutely.
long-winded story to get to that point. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Great. So, if I have to say any old emotions or your patterns or worries or stories, if you have to release today, what would it be? You can just write it down or share whatever works with you. Any old emotion or pattern or worry that you're still carrying forward with you and you would let go. Yes, Mr.
See,
Kumar?
whenever I see water, lakes or rivers flowing, and you put a small pebble on that, it turns into ripples, The ripples, अभी that picture में है ना, it's the same thing. The ripples raise my energy level to anything. I love watching that. I don't know what is the kind of explanation or interpretation you may give, but this is the thing. उसको देख के I'm really feeling very energetic, energized, I should say.
Yes. Thank you so
You
much.
can,
Yes,
s-
Srisha.
you can say so many things, but the forum is too, time is
Yes.
too short.
Yes. And as you said, it's not going to get over by 5:30. We'll try our best. Yes, Shesha.
I'm sorry, I need to drop off
Yeah,
now. It's just
no
been
problem.
an extremely wonderful week. So thank you to you, Sakshi. Thank you to everyone here and to all the other speakers. Looking forward to stay in touch. And if there are more such sessions, looking forward to those as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shesha.
Everyone, take care.
And our next question comes, how can I honor my emotions and take care of myself? How can I honor my emotions and take care of myself?
Sad emotions can be honored by tears.
Yes, it's okay.
letting out your sadness and grief.
Absolutely. Amazing. So this was our element water. We come to
On
relationship.
lighter way, na? Don't take it seriously.
Yeah. So we come to relationship. Every relationship is an opportunity to practice everything the previous five have taught you. Bring space before you react. Bring awareness to your thoughts. Bring transformation to your habits. Bring stability to stay grounded. Bring emotional flow in your responses. When you bring your best self to the relationship becomes a space for growth. Do we believe this or do we agree to this? If we become the best versions of ourselves,
I'm totally agreed to all the 5 points.
yes. If we bring the best in ourselves, we will give space to our relationship to grow, right? Most of the times, when a question is asked, who is the best teacher in your life? Who has been a teacher in your life? We'll say our parents, our teachers, our friends. What if I have to say that the teachers in your life are the ones who have actually thrown challenges on you, are the ones who have actually misunderstood you, are the ones who did not trust you, did not believe in you,
Correct.
right? And we forget to acknowledge them.
A
Acknowledgement,
paradoxical statement. Huh?
yes. And acknowledgement is not always like going and telling them, ki, okay, thank you so much, you've done for us.
Very true.
Acknowledgement is within us, right? Accepting that this person has done, like I had said at one point of time when I had gone in depression, and when I came out, I realized, and I every day bow down to them during my meditation, during my morning prayers. Thank you for creating that situation at that point of time. Because of you, I am here today. Else, I wouldn't have ever known my capacity. I would have never known myself. I wouldn't have met myself. So sometimes we forget that. Yes? So, relationships. So, let's see what questions we have. Just a moment. Think of one relationship. It could be anyone, a family member, a friend, or a colleague, or someone from your past. It's okay if the relationship was difficult. Every relationship has a message. Every relationship is a mirror, it reflects something of you. Do you believe this? Every relationship is a mirror of you, and in that reflection lies an opportunity to know yourself. Again, I'll repeat it reflects something of you, and in that reflection lies the opportunity to know yourself. So we can complete this worksheet later, but I will just read out the questions to you. Think of any relationship, anybody from your past, who this person was. What did you discover? What was this relationship helped you discover about yourself? If you're thinking of a particular person, be it any relationship, what did it help you see?
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
end of the day,
Hmm.
everything boils down to forgiveness.
Absolutely.
If you forget and forgive, keep on moving, then the relationship will never fail. But it is very difficult. I also agree that
So
it is easily said
forgiving is
and
still
done.
fine. Forgiving is still fine, but if you forget and if the people still keep repeating the mistakes because they know that
That,
you keep
yeah, that,
forgiving.
that should be the caution one should have. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the
So
reason one cannot see. It is very trivial question or trivial statement. To
right.
err is human, to forgive is divine. Exactly. But if I take advantage of your silence, that will end up in nowhere,
Hmm.
Exactly. So where you should be able to draw a line between those two.
Exactly. So
One
you
should
should
be able
learn
to.
your lessons, draw your boundaries, forgive, know how to maintain that relationship, how to
Exactly.
continue that relationship.
Very
Yes?
true. This is a fundamental lesson for a life to continue happy.
Yes. Yes. And when we've discovered so much in our life, when we've understood the elements, when we've understood the relationships, how they work, then today, if I have to ask you, who are you becoming? Are you becoming someone new or are you returning to someone who you truly are? See, this is the way nature works, and this is how we are all. As we say, forgiving, letting go, this is our true nature of letting go. This is our true nature of flowing with the flow. But what have we done? We have started building resistance, we have started building anger, hatred, everything. Just by being a little more aware, just by being a little more, um, you can say, understanding the concepts, we are just trying to go back and see our original nature, to see back who we truly are. So, is this something that you're becoming new or something that you already were and are? Now, if I have to ask you, what have I discovered about myself through this 7-day journey? Would anybody like to say in a one word or something?
Yeah, I always think of my husband as a person who taught me about tenacity, about being committing to something and being brave. Um, and and I used to say to him, and tenacious. And I guess that is something that I took on as well, so that I was willing to. I said I was going to do something, I would see it through, and I would every so often say, "This is really hard, but no, I can do it. I have focus, I have awareness, I have." Um, the strength to carry it through. So I guess in that I feel like what uh, this time has taught me about stepping back and probably just holding space for long enough to think things through, and to then approach whatever's going on in my life with awareness. So
Yes.
I really appreciate that. And certainly, even when I think about my husband's journey, was that I'm grateful for being able to walk beside him during the really hard times, and to be able to face what happened, that came to us, with strength and love.
Thank you so
And
much.
it reminds me of that. I had kind of forgotten at times that that's what we did, and that and that I have the capacity to do that.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. So again, in that, I think you already answered your questions for what shifts have I experienced in my thinking, in my emotions, and my choices, and also how do I want to carry this awareness into my daily life. I think you've answered all the three questions very beautifully. So thank you, Jane. Yes, Mr. Kumar, anything from your end? Or else we can go to the next thing. Not to find answers, not to pause and notice, but just open those paper where you wrote those two questions and see, are you the same person who wrote this question 6 days back, or are you seeing this with a different lens? The answer may remain same or it may differ. That is not important. But are you seeing it from a different lens? With this, we'll come to the conclusion. A moment to just meet yourself. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the presence of these five elements around you: space, air, fire, earth, and water. Listen within, listen to your body, to your breath, and your inner voice. Receive whatever arises with kindness. Now gently open your eyes and come back to the present moment. With this, I will come to the last slide of the day and a new journey of yours waiting for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're on mute, Jane.